From the Washington Post, the hard truth. Americans don't trust news media. What? You got to be kidding me. Hey, it's Jeff Bezos, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see here. In the annual public surveys about trust and reputation, journalists and the media have regularly fallen near the very bottom, often just above Congress. But in this year's Gallup poll, we have managed to fall below Congress. Our profession is now the least trusted of all. Something we are doing is clearly not working. Let me give an analogy. Well, go ahead, Jeff. Voting machines must meet two requirements. They must count the vote accurately, and people must believe they count the vote accurately. The second requirement is distinct from and just as important as the first. Likewise, with newspapers, we must be accurate and we must be believed to be accurate. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but we are failing on the second requirement. No, Jeff, you're failing on both. You're failing on both. How many people got awards for Russia? How many people were awarded Pulitzers? Writing pieces about the walls were closing in on Donald Trump. The noose was tightening. How many pieces did you run? How many lies were told by this rag, Jeff? They're failing on the second. Are you out of your mind? Most people believe the media is biased. No, Jeff, we don't believe you're biased. You're biased. Why do you think people are leaving when you wouldn't endorse Calamity Harris? People leave because they're biased. God. Anyone who doesn't see this is paying scant attention to reality, and those who fight reality lose. Reality is an undefeated champion. I agree with you there. Reality always wins. It would be easy to blame others for our long and continuing fall in credibility, parenthetically, he writes, and therefore decline in impact. Yes, your impact is scant, as it should be, because you are a bunch of jackals and liars. But a victim mentality will not help. Complaining is not a strategy. We must work harder to control what we can control and increase our credibility. Presidential endorsements do nothing to tip the scales of an election. No undecided voters in Pennsylvania are going to say, quote, I'm going with newspaper A's endorsement. None. What presidential endorsements actually do is create the perception of bias. Yes. That's why we've been telling you for decades now, why are you endorsing candidates and why is it always the Democrats? Well, why are you doing that? We've been telling you this for years, Jeff. I wonder what's changed. A perception of non-independence. Ending them is a principled position. And it's the right one. Eugene Meyer, publisher of the Washington Post, from 1933 to 1946, thought the same, and he was right. By itself, declining to endorse presidential candidates is not enough to move us very far up the trust scale, but it's a meaningful step in the right direction. I wish we had made this change earlier than we did. I wish we knew that Trump was winning. I wish we knew that Kamala Harris was going to absolutely implode. I wish we knew how dismal she was as a candidate. I wish we knew earlier. Unbelievable. I wish we had made the change earlier than we did, in a moment further from the election and the emotions around it. That was inadequate planning and not some intentional strategy. So it wasn't strategy. It wasn't intentional. You just had, one day you were just sitting on the beach and you're sipping your, I don't know, pina colada. And you came to an epiphany. You're watching it, you're looking out on the ocean, and you said, hey, we need to, we need to be more credible. You know, we need to not endorse people, and here's what's happening. And I believe this, by the way, I have no proof, but I believe it. It turns out that Jeff Bezos has this side thing with, I think it's Blue Rockets or something like that, Blue Rocket. And they rely heavily on government contracts. And if there's any indication in the presidential wind, Donald Trump is about to win, because everybody knows calamity is a disaster. Look, it's not, I'm not saying this. We still need to vote. Have you voted? Have you voted? Have you voted? Vote before November 5th. I don't trust November 5th. I don't, because I don't trust Democrats. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, I don't know. But vote now. As they say, bank your vote. But this whole notion that it's not a strategy, and no, I was, my wife and I were walking on the beach, and I told her, we got to stop endorsing these presidential candidates. It's really hurting our credibility. Do you believe that? Oh my God. And I guess you're supposed to be so dumb, you just buy it. Why? Jeff Bezos told you so. And he wouldn't do anything untoward. He wouldn't do anything to deceive. Russia. God. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.